A new wheel or a used wheel? Let's go! Yo, listen. I gotta help some of y'all save money because some of y'all out here making electric unicycle decisions like you just signed an NBA contract. Calm down, sit down, breathe. You do not need to buy every wheel brand new. I learned this the hard way. See, I bought my V13 brand new, walked in there acting responsible too. Yes sir, safety is important, suspension matters, build quality. Whole time my bank account was in the background crying like a kid at daycare. My wallet looked at me like, "You sure about this?" I ignored every warning sign. You ever buy something so expensive that after you hit confirm purchase, your stomach start bubbling immediately? That's how you know it was too much money. That V13 showed up and I treated it like a newborn baby. I was opening the box slow, careful, gentle. Meanwhile, my electric bill overdue, life falling apart. But I got a suspension wheel though. That's how we justify bad financial decisions. We struggling, but we gliding. And look, I love the V13. Consistent power, tank of a wheel, feels planted, feels premium, feels like Batman built it in a cave. But if I'm being real, over time I realized something. The used market for electric unicycles is one of the best deals in personal transportation. And most people don't understand why. Because people think EUC batteries age like car engines. No, not even close. Somebody hear 2,000 miles on an EUC and act like the wheel about to explode crossing the street. Meanwhile, I've seen wheels with thousands of miles still performing amazing because electric motors and battery systems are different than gas engines. A car engine got a million moving parts, stuff exploding, heat everywhere, oil changes, transmission slipping, belts, pumps, spark plugs. A gas engine wake up every morning already stressed out. That thing tired before you tired. An EUC, that motor just wee. That's it. Electric motors are ridiculously simple compared to combustion engines. Most of the wear people are scared of isn't even the motor. It's usually tires, pads, bearings, cosmetic scratches, suspension maintenance, stuff like that. And batteries, this is where people get confused. Battery degradation on good EUCs is often way less dramatic than people expect, especially if the owner wasn't abusing it. Now yes, all lithium batteries degrade over time, that's reality, but riders hear degradation and think, oh no, it lost 80% of range. No, calm down. A lot of riders with high mileage wheels report surprisingly little noticeable difference in real world riding, especially if the battery wasn't constantly overheated, wasn't stored dead, wasn't charged recklessly, and wasn't abused every single day like it owed somebody money. People will sell a wheel with 50 miles, 80 miles, 120 miles, basically new. You know why? Because some people buy these things emotionally. They see a YouTube video at 2 a.m., some dude flying through traffic in cinematic slow motion, music playing, drone footage, everybody looking cool. Suddenly they sitting there in bed like, I need this is who I am now. No, it's not. You are an accountant named Greg. You not racing cyberpunk motorcycles through Tokyo. You live near a Costco, but they buy it anyway. Then reality shows up. They realize, oh, this thing weighs 120 pounds. Oh, I actually gotta learn balance. Oh, my wife hates this. Oh, my neighbors think I'm insane. Then comes the best part, the credit card purchase. Oh yeah. Some people throw these wheels on credit cards and barely notice the monthly payment difference. That's the dangerous part because psychologically they don't feel the full hit immediately. It's not, here's $4,000 cash. No, it's only $83 more this month. That's how they get you. That's how your brain betrays you. Your brain start negotiating against your future self. Future you sitting there struggling like, why are we eating ramen every week? Past you, because we got 134 volts, baby. And then what happens? 3 months later, they rode the wheel 6 times, got scared once, their girlfriend threatened to leave, and boom, Facebook Marketplace, practically brand new, only 72 miles, need gone ASAP. That is where the smart buyers enter. That's where I learned my lesson, because after buying brand new before, I started seeing the used deals, and I'm talking crazy deals. I got my B-Goat race on a super discount with under 100 miles. Under 100! That wheel was basically still introducing itself. The tire still had newborn smell on it. Then the Kingsong F22 Pro, another crazy deal. Again, under 100 miles. At that point, I started realizing, wait a minute, why am I paying fresh out the box prices when half these riders barely even rode the thing? Some people buy EUCs like gym memberships. The idea sounds amazing. Then reality arrives. That first wobble humble you quick. Nothing exposes fake confidence faster than an electric unicycle. You can be cocky for exactly 4 seconds, then your legs start shaking like a baby deer. Now listen, there are risks buying used. You still gotta inspect the wheel, check charging behavior, check for crashes, ask about water exposure, listen for bearing noise, look at the rim, check suspension condition, see how the battery behaves under load. Don't just buy some wheel from a dude named Nitro Mike wearing flip-flops at midnight in a Walmart parking lot. Use common sense. If the seller breathing hard, standing still, leave. If he say it only cuts out sometimes, leave immediately. But overall, the depreciation on EUCs can work heavily in favor of smart buyers, especially because technology moves fast. There's always a new Hot Wheel. The second a new model drops, people panic sell perfectly good wheels chasing the next shiny thing. EUC riders got upgrade addiction. A new suspension design come out, and suddenly everybody acting like their current wheel is from the Stone Age. Bro, you bought that wheel 6 months ago. Now you talking about, I can't ride this outdated technology anymore. Outdated? It goes 55 mph. How much more futuristic do you need life to become? At some point, you gotta realize the riding experience matters more than chasing every tiny spec increase. And honestly, some of the best values in the entire community are slightly used flagship wheels, because the original owner already absorbed the brutal depreciation hit. That's the expensive part. You come in afterward like a financial ninja. That's how you win. Not by flexing receipts, by getting value. And here's another thing nobody talks about. A lot of riders baby their wheels. These things become their prized possessions. They ceramic coat them, monitor battery temps, store them indoors, charge responsibly, install bumpers, protective fairings, custom pads. Some used EUCs are treated better than family members. Dudes will forget anniversaries but know every battery voltage number by heart. Baby, what's today? 84 volts? Wrong answer. Now you sleeping on the couch with your charger. But seriously, the used market lets people enter the hobby smarter. Instead of financially nuking yourself on day one, you can test the hobby first. Find out what riding style you actually like. Maybe you thought you wanted a heavy performance monster, then realized you enjoy lightweight cruising more. Maybe you thought speed mattered most, then realized comfort matters more. Buying used gives flexibility without taking that massive initial hit. Because let me tell you something, nothing hurts worse than spending full retail on a wheel than seeing the same wheel online months later for thousands less. That pain different, that pain spiritual. You stare at the screen like, oh, so life is a joke.